or something like that. You know what I mean? Like you're looking at Strawman and he's limping around, and you can obviously see what happens. But what's happening with Steven is inside his body, and so it's a little bit different. But no, he's good. He's good spirits, and it's just it's a tough part that he's can't jump on the next one.
There's a rumor out there that he had a second surgery to get this thing cleared up. Is that accurate?
That's not the hockey coach, not the doctor.
I know the answer is one. What's the difference between grabbing a series of 2-0 lead if you can grab it? I mean, what kind of position does that put in hockey?
Well, it means the other team's got to beat you 4 out of the next 5 games, and that's just your odds. You're just increasing your odds to win the series. Now, is it insurmountable? No, teams have proven that in the past. But you're putting a lot of pressure on your opponent now to look after home ice, and that's the big thing. No different than if they win tonight, and now it's 1-1, and now all of a sudden the pressure's all of a sudden on us that we have to go and win in their building, and that's the difference. Now, is home ice in the NHL playoffs, I guess, is the winning percentage as high as maybe in the NBA? I don't think so. There's a little bit of a more even playing field for home ice, but as I've always said, series go up and down, teams win in each other's buildings, but if it ever gets to game 7, you don't know how the result's going to be, but you want to make sure you're at home. But being up 2-0 is a lot better than being tied 1-1.
You always you go to great lengths talking about how your players have grown and grown over the years.
Did you hear it?
Yes.
Did you guys hear it? We're good now. You heard that, right, JC?
Yeah, I heard it. Where's it coming from?
I'll turn my pacemaker down.
You talk about how much so many of the players you coach have grown, and you have a lot to do with that. How much do you think you've grown as a coach in the last 3 years? I mean, do you think you're a better coach now than you were 2 years ago?
I kind of know I'm a better coach. I'm a more experienced coach, I'll tell you that. There's just things, you've probably heard me say this before, about, you can write the driver's test and get an A on it, but it doesn't make you a good driver. You have to get behind the wheel. And it's kind of the same thing in the NHL. There's just things you can't plan for. When you face coaches within the city, when you face Joel Quenneville and Mike Babcock or Ken Hitchcock, guys who've been around a long time, it's hard you don't know their tendencies until you coach against them. And it may be the young guys. For instance, Jeff Blashill, at least I've coached against him before. A lot of these other guys I never have. So you don't know what makes your opponents tick until you're actually behind the bench a little bit. The other thing is you don't know the players. So regardless of how much you watch a player on TV, until you're actually in the trenches, you don't know how your opponents play or who different players are. And then it's just what happens in the nuances of pro hockey and the NHL. And you have to be behind the bench. You have to be behind the goal to be in situations of when you're playing a goal or when you're doing this or what guys are going on the ice and how players, veterans tick versus rookies. There's just so much to learn, and I know I'm still learning, but 3 years later I'm definitely a little bit more experienced than I was 3 years ago.
Was that the first goal the other night? Was that a diagrammed play, or is that just still? And the reason I ask is, obviously they don't want that line to have rush chances, and yet that line gets rush chances anyway.
A diagram play, you can't sit here and say it's a diagram play, but it's a habit you hopefully instill in your team. So what happens? There's ungapped D, so now you're going your lanes, you got a net drive, and then ultimately it's execution. You got to put the puck in Cooch's wheelhouse where it was put, and then Cooch doesn't dust it off. He one-times it, and it's in the back of the net. Those are just good habits. Would I like to take credit for saying, oh yeah, I diagrammed out? No. Those are just good players making, executing a really good play.
I guess not the specific